Alright, so we've got a couple of games going on right now. Of course, we've got Lord of the Rings Online here, and then we have another game on the side over here. This game is, what is it? World of Tellsworth. I was going to say Tales of World's Worth, but that's not quite right. It's an auto game that I found on Steam. Pretty fun. You go through it occasionally and check on things with it. Just make sure it's running alright. Here we've got like some full mats and stuff. If I hit level 25, I'll need to go to the next zone. And taco truck. We get some tacos to spend on various things. So I've kind of let this game kind of just run on its own while I've been playing other things. It's been pretty fun. It does have some active parts, but generally, again, it kind of takes care of itself. Let's go ahead and craft these. One. Let's use. Cool. Alright. And then I think we're done there. Double check. Ooh, some purple gear. I'll switch that to party. Active. There we go. Not quite sure on the gearing. There's still some things to figure out with that. Once again, we're about to hit level 25, so let's just wait a second here. So I'm gonna have to make some moves. It stops your experience gain. Oh look, I'm starving. Eat. Can go to work. Look at this. Gameception. Game within a game within a game. Something like that. Multi-boxing on there. Look, oh, there we are. We hit level 25. Time to jump back to the town. We will check on our auctions. Look at that, we sold them all. That's great. Let's lose. Check for upgrades. Make us level up a little faster. Go on to the next zone. And then now it will just move on by itself for a little while. Alright. So let's see. As mentioned, we started with the Before the Shadows intro quests. These are the newer ones. Apparently they made it free for everyone. At some point was originally an expansion you had to pay for. The intros were different. And I played through the original, at least human starting intro. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. Alright, so I haven't played through this intro before, and so this is my first experience with this. Alright. I can see from the road dust on your clothes that you have traveled a great distance to be here, and so long as you cause no trouble for my folk, you are welcome to stay. It takes a hardy sort to make a living here on the edge of the wild, and the folk of Mossword will gladly put you to work if you're willing. I think you'll find the people here to be friendly and welcoming if you treat them kindly. So we have to talk to Geralt by the fountain in the town square. You can move forward by pressing W and steer to the left and right with your A and D keys. I'm curious how you would have moved forward.
I see Geralt is out and about.
Use the WASD.
Introduce yourself to it.
Geralt. I want. Is it The Witcher? Got The Witcher out here. Alright. I hope you don't mind me staring. We don't see many adventurers in these parts. The nearest we usually get is that Meneldir. Says he's a ranger, but it seems to me that's just an excuse for having dirt on his clothes and disappearing into the wild at all hours. But anyway, Mossword is a quiet village, always has been. Cause no trouble and you can stay as you like. But first things first, you should pay a visit to our blacksmith, Scardy Benblade. He'll clean and fix up your gear for you. His shop is just up those steps. Look for the sign with the anvil on it. So we're going to enter the Mossword blacksmith shop to the southeast of the fountain. Right click on the door to open it, and then move into the door by pressing W. continue quest down here.
The blacksmith shop is right there, up those steps.
Yeah, thank you for pointing the way with a giant light beam coming down from the sky to indicate. Thank you. This fate. Aru Iluvatar guided our path. Scardy Bentley.
Who's this?
Don't mind me. You're an adventurer, I can tell. What brings you to Mossword? Before you can answer, the dwarf goes right on talking. This is a quiet village, and the folk here like it that way. I assume Bevan warned you not to disturb the peace. Of course he did. He says that to me near every fortnight. As if I might summon a troop of rowdy dwarves from my homeland at any moment. If only I could. What did you say your name was? So we have to wait for Scardy Benblade to go behind the counter. Holding down the right mouse button allows you to spin your camera and keep people of interest in view.
We don't see many adventurers in Mossward. I suppose Maneldir counts.
I am no adventurer, Scotty.
Well, what are you then?
I was a ranger. It is quite different.
Bah! You won't find a better smithy for miles around, friend. Put your gear on the counter, and I'll fix it up for you. Very good. Won't cost you anything, friend.
Well, thanks.
Not this time, anyway. Here you go. It's important to have a fine weapon.
Take your gear from the counter and talk to Scardy Benblade. Right-clicking on items inside the satchel will pick them up and put them into your inventory. You can press I to see your inventory. Of course, I can also just open up my backpack here and look what we've got. A wood staff, which is only slightly better than our simple staff, but let's equip it. Looks the same. Just carrying around a bunch of equipment won't help you much in battle, as I'm sure you know. You want to be sure to equip your weapons before you get into a fight. So equip your weapons and talk to Maneldir inside the blacksmith shop. When you acquire new weapons and armor, you can press I to see them in your inventory. From there, you can equip them by right-clicking their icons or by dragging them onto your character panel, which you can access by pressing C. Cool. The man leaning against the wall of the shop calls for your attention. Yes, I'm Maneldir. My friend Scardy speaks the truth. You do not want to stride into battle without your weapons equipped, for they will do you little good at the bottom of your bags. He is right on this point as well. Mossward is a quiet village, and few adventurers come this way, let alone one who carries himself as you do. What road has brought you to Mossward on the border of Swanfleet, my friend? You consider what should be said of your past to this curious stranger. Would you speak of an upbringing that gave you a desire to see distant wonders? Or the dangers that even now encroach upon the lands of all free folk, compelling you to fight on behalf of those who cannot? Before you can choose the right words, Maneldir raises his palm.
I do not mean to pry. Your past is your own. My chieftain Strider always said. What is that?
The town bells. Something is amiss outside.
Follow me. Hurry!
His cloak? Can I have that cloak? Wow, there's a fire everywhere.
The town is on fire! We are under attack!
Under attack? By whom? This smells like orcs to me. But I cannot understand it. Orcs have not troubled these lands for many years. Come with me and stay close. We'll get to the bottom of this and save the town if we must.
Follow me.
Goblin
Look
raider.
there! We found the villain. Show him no mercy.
That's the way. Well done, my friend.
This goblin could not have set so many fires
us alone.
There is trouble to the east, Meneldir. I need fighters.
My new friend here is capable and will provide the help you need.
Hi, Larry. I'm glad for any help you can give me. Stay close.
But what will you do, Meneldir?
I will circle around in search for the one who leads these goblins. Farewell for now.
Rangers. Follow me, my new friend. There will be fighting.
Oh boy.
The bells stopped. Are we safe?
I would not count on it.
No, sniper not.
What did I tell you?
There we go. Knocking them out rather quickly. When you defeat enemies with complete quests, you gain experience. I don't know.
Hillary, I see you met our new visitor. I like this one much more than these others.
Me too, Scardy. Come with us. Look ahead. Those are not goblins.
Oh my god.
Urus! Hedwin!
I'm not afraid, Mother.
Not afraid? This rat hasn't heard of a fighting Urukai, boys. The machinery of war has been set in motion.
Oh, the orc is at hand.
Mosswood! Attack!
Kill them all!
The man went straight for me.
Are you all right, son?
If I had a better sword, I could have slain him myself.
Just a little guy.
I wasn't afraid.
Oh, Tegwin.
Thank you so much for saving our son from those horrible creatures. What were they? Some breed of orc? Why would they come to Mossward? We're most fortunate you were here, stranger.
What do you make of this?
Let's see. These orcs have decorated their equipment with a sigil I have not seen before, the mark of a white hand. Maybe the symbol of this raiding party, but for all the hurt this band has inflicted upon Mossward, they were still few in number and disorganized. What need have they for such a sigil? None now, thanks to our efforts, but still I wonder. I will think on it. You want this mark possess? Will you ask Larry if she has seen this symbol before today? Yes. Yes, I will. Alright, Larry, have you seen this? The white hand? No, I have not seen the symbol before, and that troubles me. What new danger might it signify? For now, we should help the folk of Mossward recover from this attack. I trust you will lend your aid. You have become embroiled in this, just as I have. If it is a life adventure you seek, I assure you that you seem to have found it, or it has found you. You've become part of a larger world, and it may prove different than the one in which you have lived until now. Dangers must be faced and threats opposed and overcome if you are willing to strive against them. Not everyone is, but I judge that you will be no stranger to triumph and victory. Alright, finished now. Cool. Completed the incense.
Some of Mossward's residents sustained injuries we cannot heal.
And they are beyond our aid. We will mourn for them later, but now we must focus upon those we can still help. Manel your hands you a small bundle of bandages and a pouch of bitter-smelling salve. This is the last of my supplies, but there is no reason to save them for another day. Bring these bandages and this salve to the injured residents nearby. It is my hope that their hurts will not prove serious, and these will ease the pain of their injuries. Perfect. So we're going to go treat the wounds of injured residents. Alright. Let's check with this. This task collection box. Task bulletin board. Yes, cost items. Collect small wings. Suppose that is from Bang, something like that. You are one of the wounded. Fridden took Rambling Shirefolk. We got some chickens. Her guest. Well, we found her guest, but where's his guest?
Mossford is a quiet town. It has always been a quiet town.
I want you to understand something, Dimitrov, something that may be hard to believe given the events of last night. Mossford is a quiet town. It has always been a quiet town. Winters can be hard if we don't fill the storehouse with sufficient food, but it has been many years since the folk of Mossford failed in their preparations. Mostly we've had to worry about the wolves of Hallingstones growing overbold and straying too near the walls, but the Uryx Loose and Swanfleet have changed all that. What will we do if another war captain, like Madtharug, brings his band to Mossford? Could they remain hidden from our watchtowers until they were nearly upon us, as they did before? Beyond Hallingstones to the southeast, a hill rises above the plain. Can I ask you to go to that hill and look out into the distance? You may not see anything, but even that will be good for me to know. Sure. Find the hill southeast of the Hallingstones mentioned by Larry. Is this a quest that's, yeah, your silver rings, I know mean that the quest is too high in level, but we've got a few others we can grab right here.
You look pretty tough to me. You're not scared of anything, are you?
Maybe you can help me then. The Mossford Town bully has dared me to run to a certain spot north of town, right on the very edge of Whitewater, and then come back, all in 10 minutes. No, I'm not afraid, but I want to be certain it's possible. So what do you say to using no more than 5 minutes to run out there, then 5 minutes to run back? That way I'll know it can be done before I make the attempt. Here, I'll mark it on your map. It's right here. Spot on the edge of the Wadewater. Let me take a look at where's the Wadewater. Let's see. This is a little bit big. Anyway. Alright, where is Wadewater? Oh, right there. Okay, I'm a little worried at this level that I'm gonna run out that way and run across something that I can't take alone. Probably not, but just in case.
Could I speak with you a moment?
These poor creatures are still recovering from the shock of what happened the other day. We all are, really. They could use a little attention, but alas I cannot pet all the animals at once. But such attention often helps to calm their nerves. Could you take a little time out of your day to reassure some of these critters? So I'm going to reassure some anxious animals. What are these, millennials? Gen Z? Yeah, that didn't help. The cow is now only slightly perturbed instead of fully perturbed. Goofy. Alright, nervous goat. Nervous goat seems slightly less nervous. That is all of those. Let's talk to Saren.
How can I be of service?
Wasn't that lovely? They seem more at ease already. I find that taking care of the critters is just as soothing for the critters as it is for the caretaker. Wouldn't you agree? Next I could do some help cleaning up their droppings. Wait, where are you going? Yes. I do not want to take care of them. So we have a... Oh, that's... different. That was pretty. Alright, just received new mail. I will go through specialization stuff later. Completed a deed. My deed was auto-bestowed, auto-completed. A curious hobbit named Bingo Boffin has sent a number of letters far and wide requesting help with some matter. Bingo Boffin. Cool. Alright. Close that off. Let's see. Deed bestowed. Tales of Swan's Fleet. Let's go ahead and add that to the tracker. We need to complete 10 quests here. The Many Folk of the Glanduin. So we're going to find Mossword and all of these other locations. Cool. We will worry about those locations as we come upon them. Fun. Most Curious Hobbit, Bingo Boffin needs your help. Specialization needed. Okay. I had planned, we have Keeper of Animals for blue, Master of Nature's Fury, and the Ancient Master. So I was going to go with the Ancient Master. I think that's a kind of cool subclass, especially because I've heard that it allows you, with Lore Master, to have a pet, and so does Keeper of Animals. While Master of Nature's Fury does as well, they only appear temporarily, and so it's more of a pure caster class. Strengthen your bond with the elements using fire, frost, and storms to maximize damage. Yeah. So it looks like Ancient Master focus on your knowledge of the natural world to support your allies, using a wide range of signs and lore to support your allies while hindering your foes. So we get Nature Spirit, Spirit Mote, Summon a Spirit Companion. The Spirit of Nature can greatly aid in restoring the morale of your fellows. Morale is your health. Fire and Frost lore. Your knowledge of the elements is able to weaken and dismay your foe, reducing their outgoing damage, and test of will damages and stuns the target. So I'm wondering if the patterns are different based on because I heard that there was a raven. I don't know if you can tell if I like ravens or not, but I heard there was a raven for the Lore Master at level 15. So we're gonna go with the Ancient Master. Learn to shock and daze groups of foes with Bane Flare. And Force of Will. Your sheer Force of Will allows your debuffs to last longer on your enemies. Affects slow, burn, brittle, frost, fire, and frost lore, wind lore, ancient crafts, Tikitar, and knowledge of the Lore Master. I don't know too much about the class at the moment, so we're gonna find our groove with this. Before I start putting in some points. I know that I can always recap them, but I guess I sent myself some mail back. I'm gonna detach those. And then Bingo Boffin. Hello there and well met. I hope this missive is not intruding upon anything important, and if by unhappy chance it is, then I'm sure you will disregard it and take no offense. But it is my very sincere hope that it does not intrude, and instead is met with some degree of interest and curiosity in the matter I propose. For, you see, I have need of some help with a small matter, and, well, I say small matter, but I do not know how long it might take. It could end up being quite a big matter, as these things go, but we will not know until it is quite underway, will we? If you are interested in learning more, I ask that you please seek me out at my comfortable hobbit hole just north of the town hall in Michael Delving, being the principal town of the Shire. Yours in need and looking forward to your positive reply, Mr. Bingo Boffin, Michael Delving. Great. So that is for much later. The Shire is some ways off, and we have a lot of other ground to cover in between us. So. But perhaps we'll take a vote on which kind of locations we should go next. Yeah, not ready to do that race yet. Let's see. There is more quests over here. A baker. Rowan is still. I like your outfit, dude. Looks good. Some of the newer outfits in this game are getting that nice modern look to them. In fact, yeah, all the NPCs in this zone have better outfits than kind of like the traditional I declined an auto-bestowed quest. How did I do that? Oh well. That sucks a
Hello,
bit.
friend. Could you help me with something?
Excuse me, could I bother you to help me make some deliveries? More of us are volunteering for shifts up on the watchtowers. The new folks forget to pack a lunch. Would you mind bringing these sandwiches and canteens to whoever's on watch? Absolutely. Let's do that. Check on this other game real quick. Well, let's just see. New applications for the guild are too low level and their skill is too low. Backpack is full, so I can't craft. That is not right. Chance to auto open a chest. Let's go ahead and slap them in there. Oops, I'm doing the wrong things. We'll figure this out. Okay, there we go. I want that blue item back. Just gonna take the... Nope, I didn't do it. Oh well. I'll look under trash. Slap that over there. An equilateral triangle. Funny. Right. Let's see if we can craft some stuff. Blasting through some of these zones on this game, just because this is my 1, 2, 3, 4th character. You gotta level them up in each individually, then you get new screens so that you can multi-box. It's kind of fun. I've heard that later on it adds a rating mode to it. I like his tunic. It looks like mine, although I'd like it to be all in black. Alright. Let's see. We are moving on to find where we're going. Got a few other quests apparently. Mossfort Blacksmith Shop. Looks like there might be a quest inside here. Yep. It is. A little extra never hurts, part 1. Plan to continue helping Mossford happily part with its steed, should you desire one. Accepting and completing this quest can only be done once on each server. If you log out before completing this quest, it will be removed from your quest log, and you will need to accept it again. This will grant you access to a tutorial quest to introduce you to the Lords of the Rings store. Alright, well, let's go ahead and talk to him. Might as well. Very good. Finished. Quest must be unlocked on your account and can be purchased from the Lord of the Rings store. Received enough LotRO points to cover this purchase from a little extra never hurts part 1. To purchase the quest, click on the button on the lower left side of the quest dialog window that says unlock quest. This will bring you to the web store interface. From there you can choose to spend LotRO points to gain access to the quest. You can use the store for a multitude of purchases, including access to regional questing, consumable items, expansion packs, craft recipes, cosmetic items, mounts, and much more. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this unlock button, which will open up the shop here. Yes, I am VIP. And I got alright, cool. Purchase success. And that will allow me to accept it. So I get a trait riding characteristic and a little extra steed from it. Excellent news. Accept this mount. It will carry you to and from battle, but it is not fit for fighting. Gotcha. Thank you. Appreciate that. So.
Our need is dire.
No, not one to search. So, as you can see, I am playing in 4K, and because of that, congratulations, you've been awarded points. Yeah, so as you complete deeds and quests, you get rewarded certain points that you can spend in the store, but deeds are like achievements. But I don't remember what I was saying a minute ago. Let's see. Stable masters will let you rent a mount so that you don't have to. Let me see if I can find my mount. Let's see, what was that? I know I can go here. I might have to go into my inventory to learn the mount. That's right. Yes, let's do that. Cool. Alright. That. Let's check collections. Oh goodness. Let's go. I don't think. Yeah, I purchased a pack and it came with a mount, and then there was an issue where I got the pack and I opened it because I was playing with the cosmetics on the character, and then the server crashed, and when it came back online I didn't have the items anymore. So I've been in contact with support, and they said that you can use the recover command to get certain items back. However, the recover did not work for those items for some reason, so I'm going to follow up with support again. Alright, let's see what went on.
You are an adventurer. My husband was once like you, but he gave it up to settle down.
Or did he take an arrow to the knee? This was an adventurer like you, right? Skyrim. Alright, so he never looked back, but I do have need of an adventure today if you're interested in helping me. My husband has lost a boot. Oh, it's not just any boot, it's his favorite, and it would be a shame to discard the remaining one just because he misplaced its mate. He lost it walking out by the edge of the wade water to the north, and upon getting stuck in the mud, it just came free of his foot. If you can find it and bring it back to me, I would really appreciate it. Okay. Too much at one time. Alright, let's see. Okay, level 2. Still not high enough level for that one. I can close this one. Let's go. Oh, we never did finish healing everyone, did we? Like your outfit, too.
Greetings, friend.
Guion takes a long swig from the canteen before speaking of packed salted pork for food. I forgot to bring anything to drink, and it wouldn't do for me to leave my post to fetch something. Thanks for the water, friend, and pass my thanks to the baker, too. Alright, so that's one of them. And then this guy over here.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Look there, friend. The ruins to the east have long been home to a pack of wolves. They have always been content to leave us alone, and we were all too happy to return the favor. Something seems to have upset this unspoken pact. The wolves have grown aggressive. I dared to venture close to the ruins and eyed a great beast known as a warg among their number. I didn't think it to be real at first. Wargs are monsters. We tell the children about to get them to behave. We have our hands full with rebuilding Mossward and recovering from the attack. We lack the strength to fight this beast. If you were to slay the warg, you would spare both ourselves and the wolves from needless conflict. Okay.
Greetings, friend.
A lunch delivery? Ah, for the new folk who forget to bring food and drink. Well, an experienced watcher like myself remembered to bring her own. Leon gives you a wink and pats a satchel at her hip. Unless. Is that chicken, mushroom, and onion with rosemary? Leon opens her satchel. Give it here, friend. few others. Errol.
Hello there.
Mutton. Oh, I love mutton. Mutton, mutton. Like a button. Oh, you're still here. You didn't hear me singing a song about mutton, did you? I'm not used to standing around here doing nothing all day. I sing about little things I see to keep myself occupied. Please don't tell anyone. Darius.
How can I be of service?
Oh, lunch. That's wonderful. If my tummy was beginning to growl like an angry cat. I volunteered to take the noon to sundown shift, thinking, oh well, I'll just have a big lunch and look forward to a large supper. I won't need a snack. But let me tell you, standing around for hours with nothing to look at but the grass has a strange way of building up an appetite. Oh, but don't let me keep you with my blabbering. Off you go now, and tell the baker she's lovely and thoughtful. Thanks to you both. Yes, you're very welcome. Oh, he's got a quest over there. Envoy from Longaron.
Hello there.
Thanks for helping out. These are hard times for Mossford, but if we support each other, we'll get through it, right? Ooh, I must have going to level up again. Let's see what this guy wants. Well met, Venture. On behalf of the people of Longaron, I thank you for all that you've done for our new neighbors here in Mossford. I wish we had been able to fight alongside them, but we weren't aware of the attack until after it was repelled. Still, we will be sure to help them rebuild. You've never heard of Longaron, you say. I wouldn't expect not, as we only recently built it. As such, if you have settled your matters in Mossford, I would invite you to visit us north of here along the Wade Water. We have had to leave much behind when we left Dunland, and winter approaches quickly. Speak to our leader, Talfrin. I'm sure he'll have plenty of work for an adventurer. Alright. Let me take a moment to check on this over here, because we are having quite full inventory there. That charge. 95,000. Getting kind of hungry. Still gathering materials, but we're full on that. Let's go ahead and make those. Let this materials build up again. Great. Alright, and then you can continue. I think this area goes until 35. And then you gotta move on to the next place. So, yeah. Might as well do the eat thing. Alright, back to it. Ernesto. So we're gonna go to that village later, obviously. Not this day, but there are other quest markers here.
I've heard there are many uses to which unassuming objects might be put.
One of these seemingly ordinary items is in great supply just outside Mossford. I speak of the crewbane that travel the hills just to the north. If you defeat some of the winged pets and bring me their feathers, doubt not that you will marvel at the wide variety of potential uses those feathers might be put. And it will do the town some good to have fewer of the crewbane hassling travelers along the old south road. Some folk whisper that the birds spy for orcs and other evil creatures, but I do not have any proof of that, so we're going to collect some feathers from them. I wonder if the crewbane have, okay, before we talk about the crewbane, just finish it. I wonder if they have a deed on them. We'll find out. This hardened traveler in difficulty Paths of Valor. If the game feels too easy, you can talk to him and set the difficulty higher. But I must warn you, I tried that on my alt that I've been playing on. And I got mine, but absolutely handed to me. Yeah, that was a rough going. And if you can hit level 20 without dying, I think you get the title of the Undying. Just something extra deep to complete. Alright, prologue chapter 1. Something
Thank you for aiding the people of Mossward.
Yeah, the people of Mossward sometimes look down upon the rangers that were once my kin, but they do welcome their aid when it's offered. My former chieftain Strider may say that distrust of such folk does not bother him, but if that is true, he is a better man than I am. A pained look crosses Menelder's face. That is true for many reasons. I have not called the Dunedain my kin for some time now, but I would never question Strider's integrity or his courage. But look here, the Uruk that led this band has something in his hand. See if you can't wrest it from his grip. Give me your letter. Alright, let's see what we can read it here. Gurnaprakat, Turkul, Dalgam, Gur, Margazabat, Qatar. I'm sorry, I don't speak it.
Let's see if this parchment holds any clues for us.
The elder gravely studies the crumpled parchment, but then he looks up, disappointed. I cannot read much of this. If this were an ordinary day, I would be grateful to have no reason to understand the black speech. But on this day, it is a cause for frustration. Hold. What has happened to this Orc's blade? It did not fall far from his body, unless my eyes were somehow deceived. Investigate what has excited the children to northwest of Mossward. Okay. Let's see, we are looking at the northwest of Mosswood. Yes, what has excited you? Come, little children, tell me, what is so exciting? Northwest of Mosswood. How far northwest? Mosswood provisions. Yes. I meant to attach my mount to my toolbar, so I can use one. There's a child, but I do not know. Why does he have this green icon? I'm not sure. So if I click on someone, no, it's him. I do not know. Yeah, maybe they're outside. Northwest of one fleet after all. Well, there's no exit there. Okay. Gosh darn it. Hello, Geralt. It's the Witcher. He's famous. If you didn't know. Look, we got the Watcher. Must be his cousin. I don't see. Am I mistaken? Oh, do we have a quest to turn in over there? Maybe that's the children. We're excited. That'd be weird. Less weird than them being somewhere far away, I suppose. Ah, there they are, yeah. Oh, look at that. That's great. Let's play with swords, kid.
No, I am not giving you this sword.
It is so much better than the wooden sword I was using before. I found it and it belongs to me now. My father says that when you're in battle, you get to keep the spoils, and I stood up to those Oryx even when the town guard wouldn't. If anyone should get to keep that Oryx blade, it's me. Well, wait a moment. You're an adventurer, right? If you promise to help train me in the adventuring arts, maybe I'll give you the sword. I'm not saying I will, you understand. I'm saying maybe. It'll depend on how good your training is. So what's my first lesson, stranger? What's the first thing I need to know to become an adventurer? So I have to find a defeat circle located to the north of Mossward. Okay. Oh, find the defeat circle. There are these rings where you respawn if you die. And unfortunately, I know very well from my alt account that is the case. So, yes. So, what is this? Explain that adventuring is dangerous work, and sooner or later your morale is likely to run out. When that happens, you will find yourself at one of the many defeat circles scattered around the land. Very funny, stranger. I know that fighting is dangerous. That's why I will try not to fight enemies that look to be beyond my capabilities. But sometimes it's unavoidable, I suppose. And when that happens, if I'm defeated, I'll find myself at the nearest defeat circle to where I fell in battle. Next, I will ask you. So now we're going to go see the blacksmith shop, which we just finished the quest to get our horse. Let's go ahead and grab that a little extra speed, and we're gonna slap that down here. So now I can mount up anytime I need to with equals Shift C. That was it. Shift C. Yeehaw. Giddy up, horsey. Ah, there it is. I should have known that.
Scardy spends more time fixing horseshoes than he does forging swords.
I mean, no insults, Guardy, but it's true. What use does an adventurer have with a shop like this? Explain that as an adventurer engages in combat, equipped weapons and armor sustain durability damage, and folks such as Scardy and Blade are able to repair them, so you can keep using them. Additionally, shopkeepers throughout Middle-earth can sell an adventurer all sorts of items and equipment that will aid you on your journeys. Scardy clears his throat and speaks up. That all costs coin, young techman, horses and swords alike. But if that raid is a sign of things to come, I think the swords might become more in demand than they have been until now. Nice outfit. It looks like the Rakish patron stuff, but with some furry shoulders. I like it. Alright, so where to next? Find the training dummy located outside the blacksmith shop in Mossward. There we go.
Now this is more like it.
Now this is more like it. Finish now. Oh, we gotta choose a reward. Can't use anything but the threadbare cloth gloves, so I might as well do that. Something about the LotRO store. Quest available. Yule Festival is here. I'll go ahead and grab the map for this. So the Yule Festival is a time of celebration and merriment. To come and join the festivities in Frost Bluff and drink, eat, and be merry. Happy Yule. So we accept it, and then we click this to finish it. This is the delightful land of Frost Bluff, where all things winter and all things special are happening. Come quickly. I don't want to begin that yet.
If you impress me, maybe I'll give you this Uruk sword.
Well, I'm ready for you to show off your combat skills, and if you impress me, I'll give up this Uruk sword. It better be a good demonstration, or the bargain is done. Explain that when lore masters must engage in combat, they often begin with a powerful strike of the staff they carry. Tegwin nods. Interesting, but let's see it. That's what this training dummy is for after all. So we're going to use staff strike while fighting the training dummy. Which one is staff strike? Number 3. Seems like I don't want to be in melee range to me. Nice that.
That was all right, I guess.
Explain the lore masters can coax elements of the natural world to help them in combat. The skill Burning Embers will apply a damage burn to your enemies. Wow, why do you see that? So let's use the Burning Embers. And I think that's where I've got number 2. No, number 1. There we go.
One more.
That was a
Show me
decent
one
show,
more
I
skill.
suppose. Tegwin struggles to suppress any show of excitement. One more. Show me one more skill of yours and make it incredible. You explain that lore masters can take on different specializations, focusing their skills and traits towards a more singular purpose. So use Sign of the Wild Rage, or Lightning Strike, or Test of Will while fighting the training dummy. To use Sign of the Wild Rage, you will need to summon an animal companion. Okay. So let's summon the spirit companion. And let's do... Well, we don't need return home. We're gonna put that over here. Friend of Sturdy Beast's Bear. Okay, that's to summon a bear companion. We're gonna put all of our different companions up here. I think that's fine. Dismiss your companion back to the wilds. Target. Okay, we're gonna use that test of will. Oh, not on the kid. Companion UI. So, no. Alright, that was pretty good, I suppose. Fine, you've upheld your side of our bargain, and I will do the same. Here's Madrug's weapon, as promised. You'll bring it back to that ranger for me, I expect. Mother and father will be pleased, but I still say I could handle such a weapon. It's really quite loud, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Okay. I saw we got a deed. Let's check out this deed that was bestowed. Master of Beasts, summon a companion. We gotta summon it 200 times. Nice. Use staff strike against your foes. Okay. 600 times. We're gonna add that to the tracker for now. In the past, a lot of these have been limited to a certain amount of times per day. So we are going to cycle through our different spells. And I guess it is just staff strike for now, huh? Try Fire Fox lore. Where are you going? So look at that, we are at 10 of 600 staff strikes. If I had to guess, it's going to cap out at probably 30. Devil's Violin. We are at 28. Let's see if it caps us out. 30. Alright, let's see. Try to use it again. Oh, 31. It's gonna keep going. Oh. Wonder what the cap is. 50, 60. Let's see. Moving on to 45. Still going, so it might stop at 60 if I had to guess. So that means you could do it probably 60 times a day. If it doesn't stop, I will be very surprised. There it is, 60. Let's see. Oh, it's not capping yet. Look at that. Okay. Well, my bad. Let's just keep going. See how far we can push it. And the other one's summon a companion. Looks like we're gonna have to dismiss and then summon our companion. Dismiss and summon. That'd be fun. Fun. We're going past 70. Alright. So how's everyone's evening? Morning, wherever you're at, I suppose. Still going, look at that. Maybe I'm just not the right level for the other deeds. Maybe I gotta be a little bit higher. Why is my Spirit of Nature so damaged? 2 out of 40 health. What the heck? I was gonna say, I thought I capped us at 100 for a second. Seems like this might be the only one to go all the way. It's crazy. I think we can 100% the game. Do you think that's possible in MMO? Probably not. Not without spending a lot of money. 'Cause you gotta collect all the mounts, all the pets, and all that, right? But you might be able to complete all the achievements. It's possible. At least most of them, anyway. Fun times, fun times. Striking 600 times. Might not do this all at once, because we're going to have to use it against some enemies anyway. I really don't want to melee enemies if I'm playing a caster. Or master is quite squishy, so... would not like to be up in someone's face. Stop at a good number. We're at 133 of 600 right now. Stop at 140, and then we'll move on. Like I said, we'll only go up from there. Okay, 140. Blowing past it. Not paying attention. Alright, let's check it out. Where to next? Let's see. We still need complete quests since one complete. We're at 2 out of 10. Summon a companion. I'll do that one later. Mineldir has quest. You recovered the orc blade from Tagwin before he hurt himself with it. Very well done, Dimitrov. Mineldir gets a faraway look in his eye and gazes over the surrounding wall of mosswood. I remember being that age and dreaming only of adventure, of excitement. I was once very different from young Tagwin, when I was a boy growing up in the angle of Mythathel, where my people dwell. I do not judge him harshly for taking the sword, and I hope you will not either. His parents busy themselves with the work of fortifying Mosswood's defenses, and I dare say they remain unaware of the boy's mischief. I will not tell them if you do not, Dimitrov.
I have been away from the land that was my home for many years now.
Turn this back up a little bit now. I've been away from the land that was my home for many years now. I was once one of the Dunedain, my friend, the Rangers of the North, and one of their several charges was to safeguard these lands and their people from harm. Their other duties, well, they are likely as far away as they have always been, and not my concern any longer. I will not speak of those today. But a peaceful village has been attacked and some of its people slain. Will you help me replenish my supplies of the healing herb called King's Oil and defeat any of the creatures nearby that may threaten Mossward. You will know King's Foil by its sweet smell and the feel of its leaves. Look for it on the rolling hills to the east of the village. So we're gonna get some pants for that one. Speaking of, I probably need to go in and equip some stuff. Yep, that was close. We got. Let's do that staff. Alright, and then I'll put that right there. We're not quite level enough for those. I'm level 5, minimum level 5. Getting there, getting there. 9. And then we got a gift pack. Okay. Alright, moving on. So we need to get some King's Foil. Looks like there's another quest over here. There we are.
Raid on Mosswood by that band of Urus has left our defenses in a terrible state, friend.
It wouldn't be too much trouble. Could I ask you to collect fallen branches from the bases of trees outside the town? With them, we'll be able to patch up holes in the outer palisade and replace some of the wood burned during the attack. I know it does not sound like a very important task, but it would be truly a big help to us. With so many good folk injured and slain during the raid, Larry thinks we should focus on the small things we can do something about. I suppose I see her point. Yes, it's a good point. One life of a card. Oh, there's King's Fall. Let's grab that. Oh, and some more. Suitable branch. Now the ruined branches are for crafting. There's a forester who can collect branches. Ooh, must be getting tired. Does that work or is it early o'clock? Ooh, mouse hide boar. Ooh, he's level 6. Ooh, I'm gonna get my butt kicked in. Oh no, I'm doing good. There we go. Ooh. Cool. Oh, I got another skill. Wizard's Fire. Cool. You see that was level 3 and that level 4 was not so bad. Or he was level 6. Sorry about that. I was level 3, he was level 6. Wandering Plainswolf, level 6 over there. And so you can change the difficulty, I believe, up until level 5. You might be able to change it after that. There's like a penalty, because you can get some special title for hitting like level 50 and 120 on a higher difficulty, but you have to start lower. Silver Squirrel. It's got a special name. Killed him. Sorry about that. I need to kill more and I've been stunned. I'm just pressing random things now. All of them seem to work. At least without bumping up the difficulty. Staff slam downs like Gandalf on the Balrog. You shall not pass. Alright, where are we going? Look at those ruins off in the distance. Go visit them sometime. I think for an 18-year-old game, this is pretty. It's very scenic. What's that? Oh, new deed. Brigand Slayer of Swan Fleet. How many we gotta kill? 30. Oh, can't add it to the tracker. We've got too many quests. Let's drop the Swan Fleet quest one, because we're going to end up completing this quest anyway. And then we will... let's see... Brigand Slayer. Let's track that one. Then we can focus on the brigands. Brigand. That silly pig. See any more of those brigands? Well, that certainly complicates matters. And where on earth are the branches? Branches. Ah, the board was threatening to attack. Aha! Ooh. Screen jumped around. There's the Craven. Craven. Kaboom. No, I guess they do not have a deed. Just the Pearls of Swanfleet. What is that? Find the Howling Stones. Discover the Howling Stones. Okay, cool. This is where we gotta defeat a warg. Oops. Where did that wolf come from? See, I'm kicking butt, taking names. I'm only level 4. So we are going to up this difficulty later. Alright. Got distracted there for a second. Oh, let's check it on our game over here. We are going to vendor that trash. And equip our stuff. And then we're going to move on. Before we do, there we go. Oop, oop, oop. Let's take this group back to town, and we're going to set them on a next task. go. Work our job. Maybe not the safest place for me to be taking a break right now, but we'll see. And then we're gonna throw ourselves back into the next zone. Great. Alright. We need to do a work around here somewhere. Is it behind me? Ah, yes. Could be this way. There's a lot of wolves. Backpack. What's in the backpack? Various items. Treasure cache. I want that. Let's see. Oh. Did I say? Minimum level 5. Maybe we can grind out on these wolves. Really want to. Seems the work should be around here somewhere. Find some work tracks to follow. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yes. Good. Good. Do it. That wolf is going to get in the way, for sure. Oh, this is freshly killed deer. Trail ends at the grizzly scene. Perhaps the deer's body holds clues about Warwick's whereabouts. This Warwick is gonna just show up as yeah, there he is. I knew it. Gracious, we way under leveled. Please don't die. Whoa, we did it. Holy smokes. Borg Slayer, Spawn Fleet. Okay. Whoa. Cannot believe we did that. Cool. Let's see if we've got anything better to equip. I think not at this time. Well, that warg had me scared. We were not going to get our undying feet. Okay, I'm still not going to get that treasure cache unless I can level up. I got a fair bit of experience from these guys. I'm gonna take on 2 wolves. Let's see if we can find one wolf somewhere. There we go. We got this. There we go. There we go. I got the title The Wary. Not falling in battle. 5th level. Things. Now let's try this. Treasure cache. New deed, treasure of Swanfleet. Alright, let's check out all these deeds. Deed completed, Lowary. Yes. Title awarded, Lowary. Go with. Oh, we get attacked. Gracious. Okay, let's go back to the deeds. No, I don't want to see the completed. I want to see the uncompleted. Treasure of Swanfleet. Find ancient treasure caches in Swanfleet. Let me try treasure seekers. Did I not already do that? Or I have to find 10 of them. Is that what that is? Because I see Treasure of Swanfleet, 1 of 10. That's normally on the progress bar. Very strange. Very, very strange. Okay, so I have the option of jumping on my horse, which I think I will take. And we're gonna ride our fancy butt right back to town. Before we do, I gotta find those other items. Oh, don't get me, Plains Wolf. I'm going to run into everything along the way. This is the way. Oh, let's cut it down. Blast him. Have to water around the hole. Still haven't found all the branches. Oh, northwest of Mosswork. I wonder. Do. That's a pretty tree. There's a boar in those bushes. Look at that. Look at that. If you go the right direction, you might find what you're looking for. Lots of suitable branches over here. Perfect. And then let's grab the Craven, if we can find where they're all clumping at. If they are. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, got all the feathers. Looks like. This place is like a botanical garden. In the hills southeast of Howling Stones, mentioned by Larry. Did I? Okay. Well, I'll get to all of them eventually, right?
There you are. Let us see those feathers.
You hand the feathers to Bivon, and he grimaces. They really are quite dirty, aren't they? No matter, these will serve very nicely for making quills. See, you can just dip this part into your ink. No, there's a bit too much give on the feather here. Well, perhaps as a paintbrush. It feels like the ridges here on the end would leave streaks, doesn't it? Maybe as an arrow. See how it compares to these arrows of mine? Rather poorly, I suppose. Bivon scowls. Still, many fine uses. Mayhap I'll put them all in a sack and see how it serves as a pillow.
But such musings will have to wait. For winter is approaching, and autumn doesn't last.
Winter is coming, that's right. So if the storehouses are not stocked with salted or preserved boar meat, by the time the night turns cold, Mossword will go hungry, unless the Oryx come back, I suppose. No, don't tell anyone I said that. That is not funny. But we always have need of boar meat, and we are fortunate that many such creatures dwell nearby. If you return to me with fine cuts of boar steak, all of Mossword will toast your name when winter comes. Thank you. Could use a toast in my name. Wahaha. I'm gonna wait to level this up. Level up the difficulty till a little bit later. My inventory's starting to get quite full. I need to start selling some stuff. Alright, let's see. Let's turn in these quests before we go hunting boars. Oh, he's finally ready for us.
You look pretty tough to me. You're not scared of anything, are you?
Maybe you can help me then. The Mosswood town bully has dared me to run to a certain spot. Oh, this is that one to run to. We are not going to do that yet. But soon, soon. Do you have a quest, or am I turning in one?
What can I do for you?
Turning in one. Alright, I'm glad to see you return safely and victorious. With any luck, the wolves will return to their usual cells before too long, though it may take some time. There's something foul in the air, and I fear our troubles are not entirely over. Still, I think the people of Mossword can breathe a bit easier now, in no small part thanks to your heroics.
Mossward is not the only village in Swanfleet. The stable master can help you check on the others.
Oh, okay. So, thank you for the King's Foot and for helping dissuade some of the more aggressive creatures from staying too near the village. Against such beasts, Solarian, Bivon, and the others of the guard are more than a match. But against Oryx, I fear they will be outclassed. The question now is whether Mad Thrug's band was alone, or if there are others of his kind waiting for their next chance to strike. Mossword is not the only village in Swanfleet. Can I ask you to check on the stores who live nearby? Visit the stable master here in the village for a quick means of traveling to the village of Kleger in the Storvilles. They should be told what happened in Mossword and guard themselves against possible attack. The stable master is to the southwest and provides sufficient travel options for reaching distant lands. So we are not ready to leave yet, obviously. We're going to stick around.
Thank you for these branches. I will see to making use of them.
To patch the holes in our defenses, and perhaps some of the larger branches can be used for tool making. Small items have gone missing of late for no reason I can tell, and we need to replace them. This has been the life of a Mossword town guard ever since they took me on. If orcs are loose in Swanfleet, that may be about to change.
Perhaps you can help me once again.
They do say the change comes slowly, and for now I have other matters to which I must attend, or perhaps you could help me once again. Marion smiles broadly. That is the spirit. Now there won't be any orcs to face this time, but until last night, this was the most common complaint among the townspeople. Larry says we should handle simple things first. Well, what could be more simple than doing something about the squeaky hinges on doors in Mossworth? Okay. Cadigan insists he ran outside to attack the raiding orcs, but they were alerted to his approach by the loud squeak of the door to his home. I'm not sure I believe that story, for it is much more likely that he was running into his house when the hinges gave him away. But who can say for certain? All the same, Scardy Benblade should have a bottle of grease you can use to oil the hinges of the door into the healer's shop and the door of Cadigan's house, which are two of the squeakiest offenders. Okay. Sure. Also, if I've got healing potions, do I have those? No, it doesn't appear so. But I'll get some after this quest, huh? Okay, and I've got a few things that I can clear up my inventory. But we need to prepare. So let's see. Alright, we are going to get our virtues. I think we are ready for that. So we are going to click a virtue to begin it. Getting wit. Then I've got a bag full of goodies here. Oh, we're level 7. So we're not quite there yet, but almost. Well, we'll explore those goodies later. Alright. The Wolves Kingsfoil.
I speak with you a moment?
This Kingsfoil herb works wonders. I'm grateful that Neldir shared his knowledge with us, though I wish he didn't wait until a crisis to do so. In any case, we need more if we hope to continue treating the injured with such efficacy. Now that I know what it looks like, I realize that Kingsfoil grows aplenty in the Howling Stones to the southeast. I'd be grateful if you could gather more. Just watch out for the wolves. I hear they are ill-tempered as of late. Great, so we've got to go back, huh? Well, I suppose we'll check out what kind of quest this good fine fellow has over here too. While we're at it.
Been to the Sturvales.
I was once a traveler, but I met my wife here and chose family. I never made it out that far. I've heard fascinating tales from my friend of a floating village overlooking the river. I would have loved to witness this place. If you'd like to see it for yourself, you can talk to my friend Larry Grud. You'll find her southeast of here past the Howling Stones in a town called Kleeger. Well, I will check that out later for sure. And I've still got to do your run, but... almost ready for that. Let's go hunt some boars first, because that might get us a bit closer to the level we're looking for. going to drop that one for now. We're not going to do the winter seasonal instances. We're going to move that from the tracker. And make sure that we've got all of our Swan Fleet ones. Geralt lost a boot. We've got to go to the Wade water for that one. We gotta make some room in the inventory now. Okay, let's go pick up this loot. We get an hour to grab it all, so we will do that. Later. Oops, what we got? Determined to hit level 7 tonight. And then we're gonna call it a night after that. So I've gotten quite ahead. And tune in tomorrow, and we will do Divine Divinity then. Maybe that one, or maybe we'll just do Divinity Original Sin. And do the enhanced one.
Very good. This boar meat should help carry Mosswood through some of the coldest winter months.
Very good, very good. I will see this boar meat is salted and preserved, and it should help carry Mosswood through some of the coldest winter months, when belts must be tightened and plates seem lightest. I'm glad this task at least proved helpful for the town. I have abandoned my idea of using those craven feathers. A number of uses. My wife said the number might as well have been 0 after she tried the pillow I made from them. Bevan, you fool, she said to me. It takes more than 8 feathers to make a pillow, and anyone who tries it with craven feathers, of all things, deserves the crimp it would leave in his neck. I suppose the good ideas that spring up in autumn, well, they fall when winter comes. I'd rather deal with the threat of Uruk war bands loose in this one fleet than present my wife with another one of my brand new ideas. I think I'll stick to guarding the town from now on. It's less damaging to my morale. Oh, inventory is full, so we can't do that. Ooh, let's see what we can do then. Alright, we can sell these, or we can just discard them because they're worth nothing.
Very good. This boar meat should help carry Mosswood through some of the coldest winter months.
And we'll have to solve that problem again in just a moment. Alright, let's go get the oil from this fellow over here. Yep. Squeaky doors.
Whenever anyone needs something, they come first to me instead of checking the storehouse.
Yeah, you need a ball of grease to use on the hinges of the squeaky doors throughout Mossford. Whenever anyone needs something, they come to me instead of checking the storehouse. You apologize to Scardy for assuming he had such an item. I do have a bottle of just what you need. That's not the point. Fine, take it. While you're at it, how about you test it out on the hinges of my door there? I've noticed a bit of a squeak in the hinges lately, with everyone coming in and out all the hours. In search of fine goods. Alright. Door hinges. Wait, what was the last one that I needed to do? Someone's house. Alright. Who's, I think this is it over here. Oh, I thought I saw some sparkles this way. Could have been wrong. Probably just the rain. Cadigan's house. Where is Cadigan's house? Oh, here we go. Found it. Ooh. Interrupted. Squeaking around. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Okay, hold on. Let's check that inventory again, because we have a lot more tasks available now. Do we have 10 of anything? That's not one of them. Wow. It doesn't look like I have 10 of any particular item I need to turn in. Ooh, excuse me. All these yawns. So tired. get some rest here soon.
How fared your efforts against the squeaky doors of Mosswort?
You tell Marion about what transpired and he covers his eyes with a weary hand. Rats in the village. I don't like the sound of that. Having rats loose in the town could be a danger to the food stores. I'll see what I can do. Between the Uruks and the rats, it's a wonder to me that I ever thought the life of a guard might be an uneventful one. Thanks all the same, friend. We here in Mossword will manage. We always do. Cool. Ah. Right, the inventory space. We need some space. The final frontier. Destroy that small claw for now, but we're gonna put these healing essences down here because that will be important to use later. Yes, it will. Yes. Alright, I think we're ready for that run. Not many quests left to do otherwise. Alright, let's give it a shot. I'm gonna run there and back. Okay, how far do we gotta go? Pretty far. Gotta make it there. 5 minutes. And back. We're making some time. Some spooky mist coming in. Let's see if that's the favorite boot. Alright. What? Actually, there's a basket with a ball of string in it here. Basket with a ball of string. Where? Over there. Moss Lurker, level 12. And a Heron. And what was that? Sicklefly, level 10. Ooh, so we got tough opponents. So if we can handle that work, thinking we can probably handle those guys, but I don't want to test it. You know what? I could have used my horse this whole time. Silly me. Look at you running on your feet to mine stuff when you could be riding your horse. Like me. Bah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm used to playing with it scrolled out pretty well for like raiding or something like that on WoW. Although it's been a while. It has been a while. What class do you play for tank? The 14 years. Yeah, I was just impressed. I just recently started playing. This is my second character. The other one, Minstrel, up to level 28. At first, I was having some challenge with Minstrel. A little more complex class, right? But once I got into the swing of things, it's pretty easy. But I'm thoroughly impressed by a game that's 18 years old. Yeah, I'm playing in 4K. I know I could use lossless scaling to try to scale it up with the UI. But I'm able to read most of the text, so I'll just read it aloud. Hoping for that 4K UI that they're talking about implementing. You made it. I have to admit that I was not sure you would be able to go out there and come back in time, but you did. So did you see anything when you got out there? You tell her that there was a basket with a ball of string inside it, beside the weighted water, which seemed rather strange. See, yes, that is peculiar. Thank you for your help. Again, my inventory is full. I gotta get rid of stuff. I really need to hit level 7 so I can clear this all out. But I really don't need any of this anyway. Let's enjoy this one.
You are not going to believe this.
I really appreciate your help with that, Dimitrov. When I go to complete that dare, now I know how to do it, and that it's possible. And that's going to make a big difference. But you are not going to believe this. The bully has issued a second dare. You must know I'm well prepared to finish the first one. So he's already made up this second one. Will you help me with this one too? I simply must know if this is possible. The same rules are at play, but this time at play this time as there was for the first time. 5 minutes out there and 5 minutes back. I'll mark the spot on your map as I did before. This time you're going within view of the flooded city of Tharbad. Oof, okay. I don't want to take that one on yet. We're gonna wait. Because I'm almost level 7 and then I can clear out my inventory of a bunch of stuff. Any other quests I could do? I gotta turn in a boot. Whose boot was it I had? Geralt's boot went to Lena. That's right. Yeah, what was it? I can move while casting Wizard Spark and I think Staff Strike, but Burning Embers cannot. And I know with Minstrel, like all the minor ballad and all of that can be cast, which is pretty fun, pretty easy. Once I figured out that like I could move around and cast those, definitely makes the game more dynamic feeling when you can move and fight. But there's also, challenges with the game. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out. I know, like, with WoW, there's rotations. Like, you would rotate through different skills. I'm used to playing, like, a Protection Paladin back in, what was it, Mists of Pandaria? So it's been a while. No, I played War Within as well. No, not War Within, because that's the newest one. Isn't it? No. No, we're on to, like, Midnight something. Looks good, but I don't know. Red lore is OP. I've given Yellow a try. I was interested in trying out Yellow. I thought the pet concept was kind of fun, but I didn't want to go full like Beastmaster. The game doesn't feel like I have to have a meta for it, but I don't know how the end game is, so I'm assuming 14 years experience you've got to the end game. Yeah, I heard it was a little different. Like they have pets, but that they don't. They come out more like a skill that supports you, adds buffs and things like that. With that, yeah, 5 seconds. That's what I thought. Pretty limited. I'm partial to ravens. I don't know if you can tell. I like the corvids, crows, ravens, all that. I understand at level 15, I think you can get a raven pet, so I was kind of interested in that. Oh gosh.
That boot was one half of a pair that was dearest to my heart. They were my adventuring boots.
They represent a life that I gave up to settle down with my wife, Wenna, and now I only want to relive those days by telling tales of my exploits to my son, Tag. Now these boots are my least favorite, for they remind me of those days, and sometimes the memory is painful. I thought I would lose one of them, better that than have Wenna think I regret the choice I made to settle down. But here it is again, and it seems I will never be free of it. Did I not bring it far enough away? That must be it. Perhaps you could bring this boot further afield. Why not show it to one of the villagers in the Storvales? That is pretty far away, and one of the residents in Cleaver might be able to find a use for such an old, well-worn boot as this. Really? I'm gonna have to might have to give it a try. I know there's multiple tabs for the specializations, so I might have to give Red a shot. Hit 17 so I can use all these things finally. But let's see. Okay, I've capped out on that one. to level 9. Okay, that's fine. At least prepare. And then let's do confidence. That's good enough for now. On that front, we're gonna sort this. Light classes? Light class. Tagged. Mastery. Which one would be mastery? Yeah, tactical mastery, right? Yeah, that's right. A lot of these are physical mastery. Why is that? Come on. Oh, it's okay. It's got tactical mastery, although wisdom might be better. And will on that, huh? Well, that's okay. You know what? As I finish off some deeds. Yeah. Yeah, at this low level. And I plan to complete all the deeds as I go along. And that's a bit of a grind. I've got a friend who's going to join me playing this, so we'll catch up on those and be able to grind through those deeds pretty fast. Breach you can't breach, yes. Alright. Tactical mastery rating right there with honesty 14. That seems like a pretty good one to put it in, but let's see the other. Yeah, +1 will, 5 critical rating. So honesty and wisdom seem like pretty good. Yeah. I think confidence seems pretty good with critical rating, but grit is mostly. Yeah, crit. That's what I thought. It might be better to put on confidence then. Interesting. We're gonna put on. Oh no, I don't have enough points for confidence. That's right, I didn't skill up in it yet, but I can earn that at least for crit. So it seems like confidence, honesty, and wisdom are some good options. Maybe wit. I don't know about the rest of them. You know, I'm not a good like theory crafter on stats or anything like that. I'm also not much of a min-maxer. I appreciate you joining me tonight. I plan to stream pretty regularly, Monday through Friday. It's kind of the plan. Between 9 p.m. Eastern time, I think that's what, 6 p.m. Pacific, till about 12 a.m. most nights. So I'm gonna start wrapping up on things here. Check in on this little idle game I've had going. Quick. Weapons and jewelers for crafting. Might be outdated information, but I was told that the crafting in the game didn't matter that much, with some exceptions that like people like oh, what is it? Scholars, is that it? Because dyes and other things like that. But I guess half of it is the motivation of like what motivates you to play. Like if you're really yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I was kind of going through the content myself with my character, my other one who's level 28, and so I was going back through. Where did I go next? I finished off Bree entirely and had started the lands right above it, and then backtracked to go to the Shire and play through it. And it's obviously too easy, but I wanted the deeds for virtues and other stuff. I'm a little bit of a completionist, but it's also to kind of just enjoy the story and take it slow. I don't have a particular desire to reach endgame very fast. Kind of get there when I get there, enjoy the journey, right? But I mean, with WoW, I was hardcore into raiding. Like I led a guild. I was so into it. Like achievements, raiding. I suppose, but like I said, I don't feel pressured to reach end game or to min-max or to feel like I've got to have the best gear. Maybe towards the end of the game, like when I start reaching, max level and all of that, I definitely will consider that as an option. All right. Otherwise, I'm very slow and steady. Yeah. Kind of pace myself. I'm also going to start playing, what is it, the Divinity games. Larian Studios is coming out with their own, or with a new game in the Divinity series, and I've never played them. Loved Baldur's Gate 3. I play D&D somewhat regularly. I like MMOs. I like Lord of the Rings. I'm a huge fan of, Tolkien nerd. Reading the books, watching the movies, which I know aren't entirely true to his work, but I enjoy the spirit of them. I think they've got the spirit of Tolkien in them, even if they are action flicks for boys, so to speak. As his son said. But I still enjoy them. And the books. I'll probably play Divinity tomorrow when I get on. Make sure my friend has time to be able to catch up if there needs to be any catch up. If he does get on, I'm gonna jump back into this with him and help him get there. There are other games you recommend playing these days? Steam just had their winter sale, so all the Divinity games were like a couple bucks each. So a couple, like $5 or $6 a piece, or less. I think of Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition, I think, was it like $6? Also grabbed Hogwarts Legacy. I was interested in doing that on stream. I had it on Xbox, but the sale was like, again, another $5 or $6 game. I haven't played it on Xbox. I'd gotten it for my wife at the time. Who was very into Harry Potter. She ended up not playing it anyway. Which upgrades to get? I feel like the other one is a lot better. Let's see. Longer on. And the other one's Cleaker. Not sure on the pronunciation on that one. I suppose that's where we'll go next. Alright then, it's 12 o'clock, so I'm going to wish everyone a good night. Thank you for joining the stream. We're going to be ending it now. Feel free to follow up. Love to chat with you again, so feel free to hang out. And to see if I can give you a follow. And feel free to join me next time if you'd like. But thanks for sticking around the chat. I really appreciate that. You can catch me again. I'm going to try to be on Monday through Friday between 9 to 12 Eastern time. And then I'll be switching between some different games. Lord of the Rings Online, the Divinity series. I might even jump into Baldur's Gate 3 sometimes. We'll see. Time will tell. Still trying to figure things out. This was my first big stream, so thanks for joining and being a part of it. Really appreciate that. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful night or a wonderful morning wherever it is that you are. And take care.